Hello everyone, my name is Aarti Raturi and today we will continue with the same chapter, that is Business, Trade and Commerce from NCERT book Business Studies of class 11th. Today we will be covering the topic classification of business activities. So business activities are categorized under two different activities. Number one is industry and the second word is commerce. Industries are the activities, or it includes the activities which convert the raw material into finished goods. So industries are further divided into primary industry, secondary industry and tertiary industries. Primary industries are those industries which includes the activities to extract the raw materials from nature. Secondary industries convert that raw material which has been extracted by primary industries into finished goods. Tertiary industries helps or facilitates the primary industries and secondary industries. Primary industries are further divided into extractive and genetic. When we extract the raw material from nature, that is extractive industries. And genetic industries are associated with breeding. That we will be doing in further. Next, secondary industries are divided into manufacturing and construction. Manufacturing of finished goods, that means converting the raw material into finished goods. Next is manufacturing industries are again categorized under analytical, synthetical, processing and assembly. Construction includes the activities in which the building is constructed, road is constructed, dams are constructed. So all the construction work are done under construction or constructive industries. Now here comes commerce. Commerce is divided into two categories. Number one is trade and the second one is auxiliary to trade. Trade means buying and selling or exchange of goods and services for profit. Trade is divided into internal trade and external trade. When trade happens within the geographical boundaries of a country, it is considered as internal trade. When the trade occurs within two different countries, then that is called external trade. Internal trade is divided into wholesale and retail. External trade is divided into import, export and export. Next is auxiliary to trade. Auxiliary to trades includes the activities which provide facilities or which facilitates the trade. So transportation helps in trade, warehousing, insurance, banking and finance and advertisement. So this was a small summary of what we will be learning in this video. Okay, now let's talk about industries first. Industries, it includes activities which convert raw material or semi-finished goods into finished goods. So we can say industries include such activities or those activities which convert the raw material or semi-finished goods into the finished goods. Industries are further divided into primary industries, secondary industries and tertiary industries. So when I talk about primary industries focus on extraction and production of natural resources. Fine, so these industries focus on the extraction and production of natural resources and also the reproduction and development of living beings. So these are the activities which are included under primary industries. Now, primary industries are further divided into extractive industries and genetic industries. Extractive industries focuses or they are concerned with bringing out or extracting things from earth, water and air. That means because they are primary industries and they are associated with nature or natural things, so under extractive industries, those activities are performed where the natural resources are taken out or bring out from the earth, from water or air. Some examples of extractive industries are mining, fishing and farming. So these are the examples of extractive industries. Now let's talk about genetic industries. Genetic industries are those industries which are concerned with the breeding of plants and animals for their further reproduction. So the animals are reared. Like example of genetic industries are cattle breeding, poultry farms, seeds and nursery companies are also the examples of genetic industries. So you must have observed that while we talk about primary industries, we associate primary industries with nature. So taking out or bringing out the things or goods from nature are the work of primary industries, and primary industries are divided into extractive, that is extracting the goods from nature, and then genetic industries, that means breeding of plants and animals. Now let's talk about secondary industries. So they are concerned with using materials which have already reached to the primary stage. They focus on converting the raw material into finished goods. So their main focus is on converting raw material which has already reached to its primary level into finished goods. Secondary industries are divided into two categories. Number one is manufacturing industries and another one is construction industries. Manufacturing industries are concerned with manufacturing or converting the raw material into finished good. So here in manufacturing industries, the transformation of raw material occurs. Like these industries include such activities where the raw material is transformed into finished goods. And these industries are concerned with manufacturing of papers, radios and cars and etc. Now, these industries are further divided into four main categories. Number one is analytical industry. Analytical industry separates different elements from same material. Oil refineries are the example of analytical industries. Next is synthetic industries. So, different types of elements are mixed together to make a new product, and that is cement. Next is assembling. You must be knowing about computers. Different parts from different brands are assembled together to make a new product, and the example of assembling industries are computers and of course cars also. Next, processing industries. Here the whole process, a raw material goes through a entire process of various stages, to make finished goods. So we can say processing industries processes the raw material through various stages of for manufacturing a new product. And the last is the second part of secondary industries, constructive industries. These industries are associated with such activities which involve the construction, and construction can be of anything like building and dams, roads and many other things related to it. Here we can say that the main role is of engineers and architects. So as I already told you that industry is divided into three categories. Number one is primary industry, the second one is secondary industry, and now the third one is tertiary industries. So these are the industries which focus on providing support service to the primary industries and to secondary industries, as well as the activities related to trade. Some examples of tertiary industries are banking, transportation, advertisement, warehouse. So all these helps the primary industries and the secondary industries to work efficiently and effectively. So any hindrance, any barriers can be removed with the help of tertiary industries. Now let's talk about commerce. Like business activities are divided into industry and commerce. Industries we have just studied, and now let's talk about commerce. Commerce, it includes activities which remove the hindrance in the process of purchase and sale of goods and services. The hindrance may be in respect of person, time, risk, finance, and so on. Like these types of hindrance can be removed by commerce. So, commerce is again divided into two activities. Number one is trade and number two is auxiliary to trade. Let's talk about trade. So what is trade? Purchasing and selling of goods and services with the motive of profit. When you buy something or purchase something, when a businessman buys something or purchase something with a motive of profit, that is called trade. Trade is divided into two parts, internal trades and external trade. Internal trade is such a trade where buying and selling of goods and services take place within the geographical boundaries of a country. So if somebody is purchasing or selling any of the product within the geographical boundaries, like if we are doing it in India, it will known as internal trade. Internal trade is categorized into two parts. Number one is retail and number two is wholesale. Retail means when a small amount of product is purchased or sold. Small retailers, shopkeepers, they purchase product in very small quantity and then they sell it to the customers. So they have a direct link with the customer as well as they have indirect link with the producers. So producer give things to wholesalers, then wholesaler give things to the retailers, and then retailer sells things to the customers. So retailers or retail is type of an activity where the retailer purchase the product in a very small quantity and then it sell it to the customer in the small quantity as required by the customer. The second one is wholesale. So when I say wholesale, when goods are purchased from producers and they producers in a very in the quantity more than retailers, like in bulk. So the wholesaler purchase the goods from the producer in bulk and then it sell it to the different retailers near to his place, near to his areas. He sell that to different retailers in small quantity as per their requirement. So this is called wholesale. That means when goods are purchased from producers and they are sold to many retailers in small quantity, this entire activity is wholesale trade. So as I told you that trade is divided into two types. Number one is internal trade, which we have already studied. Now the second one is external trade. So buying and selling of goods and services between two countries, two different countries, is called external trade or foreign trade. It is further divided into three parts. Number one is import, export, that is two, and third one is export. So what is import? Import means that it is a type of trade in which we purchase goods from another country. So as I say that my watch is imported, that means I have purchased it from some other country. It doesn't belong to this country. Next is export. Export means it's a type of a trade in which goods are sold to other countries. Some of our products are sold to other countries. So that is export. When I say export, export means goods are purchased from other countries like USA, and they are sold to other countries like Nepal or Bhutan. So what we do, we purchase goods from countries like USA and Brazil, and then we sell or sold those goods to another countries like Nepal and Bhutan. Okay, now commerce, as we have just learned that commerce is divided into two parts, that is trade, which we have already finished, and auxiliary to trade. Now what do you mean by auxiliary to trade? Activities which are meant for assisting and facilitating trade and remove the hindrance of business are called auxiliary trade. The first one is transportation and communication. So sending raw material from one place to another place, or sending the finished good from one place to another place, because the finished good is produced or it is made at one part of the country, but it reaches to various part of the country just because of its need. So how it is done? It is done through transportation. There is also a need of exchange of information. So how this information is exchanged between the traders, the consumer or the producer? It is done through the communication facilities, that is postal service, telephone. So these are the things that remove the hindrance of distance and communication. So the second one is banking and finance. Business cannot run without capital or fund. Necessary fund can be obtained by businessman from banks. So if a businessman need funds for the survival of business, for the working of business, he can do that with the help of banks. Therefore, banking helps a businessman to overcome the problem of finance. So we can say that banks remove the hindrance of finance. Next is insurance. Business involve various types of risk. All the risk, business resources should be protected against such risk. The risk can be because of the accident, natural calamities, theft, fire, and there can be many other reasons due to which business can face a loss. So therefore, insurance provide protection in such cases. Insurance helps a business to protect itself from such accidents or natural calamities. The fourth one is warehousing. It is very difficult to consume the goods immediately after its production. So goods are not consumed immediately after the production. They are kept to be used for future. So special arrangement must be made for their storage, for the storage of goods, so that they can be prevented from getting damaged and they can be used in future. See example of apples. We get apples from Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh, right? Apples are grown in Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh, but we can get them in south like Kerala or Karnataka. How do we get that? That we get because they are kept somewhere, and through transportation they reach there. So all these activities, auxiliary to trade activities are interrelated with each other. So when I say warehouse, I get apples are grown in the month of September, but we get them throughout the year. This is because of the warehouse. So we can say that warehousing helps to keep the goods safely for future consumption. The last one is advertising. To promote the sale of product or to provide the information about the new product which is launched in the market, advertising plays a very vital role. So any of the business or business enterprise requires advertising to publicize or advertise its product which is already existing in the market or the new product. So let's have a recap of what we have done in this video. So we have learned the classification of business activity. Business activities are divided into two parts. Number one is industry and number two is commerce. Industries are divided into primary industries, secondary industries and tertiaries. Then again primary industries are divided into extractive and genetic. Secondary industries are divided into manufacturing and constructing. Whereas while we talk about commerce, commerce is divided into trade and auxiliary to trade. We have learned different types of trade, internal, external, then different types of internal trade, external trade. We have also learned about auxiliary to trade and what are the activities which are involved in auxiliary to trade. We have also learned about manufacturing industries, what are the four main types of activities which are the part of manufacturing industry. So these are the things which we have learned in this video. I hope you all will like the video. If yes, please press the like button. Do not forget to subscribe it and comment. Thank you so much everyone.